All right. Well, Reggie, the Wild lose last night, so Minnesota fans hoping to get a little love from the Twins on the side. But
Yikes.
Justin Verlander, he had other plans. 39-year-old two-time Cy Young Award winner missed all of last season with Tommy John surgery, but you'd never know it. I mean, he was looking peak condition last night, a no-no going through 8 innings. Gio Urshela broke up that bid with a single in the bottom of the 8th. Twins couldn't capitalize, though, couldn't really get anything going. Joe Ryan looked a little off last night compared to what we're used to seeing, struggling to find the strike zone a little bit, issuing a walk in each of his 5 innings, allowing 4 runs. Twins lose this one 5-0. They scraped by with some of that young talent we talked about in the last few days without their studs, Byron Buxton and Carlos Correa, but that was against the A's. Now that they're playing some big boy competition here, it's clear they're going to need more guys to step up and get production out of, other than, again, Buxton and Correa until they return. Otherwise, we could see them kind of come back down to earth a little bit these next few series.
Yeah, so I think what we saw last night was them running into a future Hall of Famer. Justin Verlander is 76 years old, and the dude is still a dude. Like, I just think it's crazy that someone that age is still producing like that. Like, you're going on 40 years old and you got a no-hitter going. Like, what? Yeah. Like, are you serious? Like, I think they just ran into greatness last night. And it's tough, man, because the Twins have been playing so well, and then you get dealt a blow with Correa going on the IL yesterday, and also Chris Paddock, and they're even like whispering that Paddock may need some surgery, maybe. And it's like, yo, you traded your top reliever to get Chris Paddock because you felt like he could help bolster that starting rotation. And, you know, we talked about like the next man up, next man. Yeah, it's only next man up for a temporary, you know, time. But if you're talking about possible surgery for Chris Paddock, then that next man up is just the guy at that point, because like you're not going to have him for a while. And anytime you start talking about elbow tightness, elbow discomfort, and things like that, and we're only like, what, less than a month into the season?
Yeah, 30 games, if that.
Yeah, like that's not very promising. And so, you know, you would like to think that Joe Ryan is not going to have that type of performance all the time. You know, like not every pitcher is dominant every outing. You know, some pitchers have a clunker here or there. And so you would like to think Joe Ryan will come back around. He's just, you know, he's learning. He's learning on the fly, which, you know, rookie pitchers, they take their lumps. And so, you know, you would hope that he will stabilize after a performance like this. But, you know, you talk about all the injuries that are mounting up for this Twins team, and, you know, then you come out and have that type of performance against the Astros. They may come out tonight and win 6-2 or something like that. And maybe you're just like, all right, never mind. We're just, you know, overanalyzing one game.
The sky's not falling. We're fine.
Yeah. But, you know, you look at what happened last night and you take into account everything that's going on with this team, and you're just like, it's a little cause for concern, but you kind of see how this series shakes out, and then you kind of go from there.
After those first 2-3 weeks, it's like, oh my gosh, maybe we have too many pictures. We got 6 quality pictures, but then Bundy and now Paddock, and all of a sudden things look really thin and really scary here when you look at the long stretch of baseball yet to be played. We'll see how that all plays out. You know, back to Verlander for a second, though. Man, how impressive is that? I didn't realize this. He's only pitched 1 game in the last 2 years.
Wow.
He had that Tommy John last year, and the year before that, he only got off 1 start. So It seems like Tommy John is such a scary surgery. You never know what you're going to get coming back. But it's kind of like some of these guys in football with ACL surgeries. Some of these guys come back better and stronger. And just to see him come back after that Tommy John at 39 years old and go 8-inning shutout pitching that no-no, man, it was just so impressive to see. You're right, future Hall of Famer, no doubt.
How cool is that, too, that, 39 years old, I'm reading these stats. He was trying to tie Sandy Koufax for second on the career no-hitter list.
Ryan, number one?
Yeah, Nolan Ryan is number one with 7.
Man.
I mean, look, there are pitchers that pitch their whole careers and don't come close.
Never come close.
To a no-hitter bid. And this dude has 6.
Unbelievable.
What?
What are we doing, man?
Excellence. That's domination right there. Like, the dude is awesome. And you pitch one game in the last 2 years, and then I'm looking at his stat 4-1 this season with a 1.55 ERA through 6 starts.
Throwing
like
smoke,
what?
Man.
Like
Absolutely.
what? Maybe those couple years off added to his longevity. Maybe that helped preserve him maybe a couple more years. Like, you don't see guys that old pitching that dominantly. 1.55 ERA? Are you kidding?
That's a great point. You look at just the landscape of sports now, you're seeing some of these professional athletes play longer at a high level. Maybe again, after this Tommy John surgery, 2 years of rest and recuperation. Who knows? Maybe Verlander ends up pitching another 2-3 solid seasons.
Listen to this. Dusty Baker said Verlander was on a 90 pitch limit.
Okay.
But they would have extended, past the 8 innings if he continued his no-hit bid.
Yep.
He struck out 5, walked 2 on 89 pitches through 8 innings. He went 8 innings and only pitched 89 pitches.
Stop it. What? What are we doing?
He was bringing them up, sitting them down last night.
Man.
That is a frustrating night for the Twins.
Speaking of, so up on ESPN, just real quick, I wanted to share this with you. I don't know if you saw it. They've got the top 10 rookies of the MLB season thus far. The Twins have not one but 2 names in that collective group. Do you want to take a guess which rookies they might be?
Well, I know Smoking Joe is one of them.
No doubt. That's one. Number 4 on the top 10 list, Joe Ryan, number 4.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. They're both pitchers. All right, so you got Joe. Who's the other pitcher that's been throwing some cheese, man? Not a starter.
So don't call him Roberto, but he's Duran.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Durant. Number 4 and 7 best rookies, respectively, in the MLB,
awesome.
According to the ESPN latest rankings. Article, kind of cool. It breaks down what they've done so far, their 2022 outlook, and then also their long-term outlook for the distant future, noting Ryan has developed into a great innings eater at worst, something the Twins desperately needed heading into the year. As far as Duran goes, they call him a relief ace pitcher right now at 6'5", throwing 100+ miles an hour, with the potential to move into the starting rotation at some point. A lot of obviously young excitement on the Twins roster, not just in the pitching pool, but in the batter's box as well. In your opinion, Reggie, who's got the bigger upside right now? Is it Joe Ryan or is it Duran?
You always become a little leery of guys pitching 100+ that they don't tear the smithereens out of their arm.
Yeah.
I do think that he is a very, very promising pitcher, and I think they should continue to develop him and just kind of see where the natural progression of things lands him in the future. Like, that would be great if he, becomes a starting pitcher in the rotation, but also, like, it's great to have a guy like that coming out of the bullpen as well, that that can eat up an inning or two. Maybe he can be like a long reliever, or maybe you bring him in to close. Like, you carve out a position for him that really suits his skills well. But I think it's Joe Ryan. If you're talking about a guy who can be an innings eater at worst, like, that is pretty good. Like, anytime you can say, you know what, I know regardless of what happens, he's going to go out there and give me 6, 7, maybe 8 innings from time to time. Like, I know we can count on him to really kind of let the relievers kind of, chill for a game, because they won't have to do much because he's going deep into these innings. And so I think he has like the potential to really be a dude out of that starting rotation. And I think the sky is the limit as long as he continues to develop.
The number one rookie so far, Jeremy Pena for the Astros, their shortstop, who coincidentally enough took over for Carlos Correa. Must be nice having a smooth transition going from Carlos Correa and not skipping a beat. I guess this guy's been unbelievable. Gold Glove candidate already. Just a
Dang, they're like
the
Carlos
field.
who?
Yeah,
Who?
exactly. Yeah, you can have him. You can have him. Take it.